Hi, it's Jeff.
And Denise from Mousesteps.com.
And this is a special edition of Mousesteps Weekly number 66.
Sponsored by Theme Park Connection in Winter Garden, Florida.
A great place for all your theme park collectible needs. They just got back from California with tons of new goodies.
And Maple Leaf Tickets in Kissimmee, Florida.
The best deals on tickets in town, the official ticket agency of Mousesteps Weekly.
I feel like we just did this a couple days ago.
Because we did. The reason it's a special edition is because it's very timely. We went out yesterday to the Magic Kingdom and did more MagicBand testing.
And when we went to California, we didn't know if we'd be still able to use the MagicBands when we came back. We were told they might turn off. Right,
but we've been getting so many questions and comments on our videos about the MagicBands and Fastpass Plus. We figured it would be a good idea to get out there and see what the latest is. And so here we are. It's the morning. We are at the Magic Kingdom at City Hall, where they have two of these kiosks, and we are choosing the options. You are going to be given three options of what you would like to do.
Well, we were given 4 at one point, too.
No. 3 options, but 4 attractions.
Oh, right, I understand. 4 attractions at the Magic Kingdom.
Right, so you choose the options that best work for you, which will give you, in this case, in the Magic Kingdom, you're going to get 4 attractions, and then once you pick those 4, you could start altering them and changing the time and changing the attraction.
And the Magic Kingdom is the only place where you can do 4, and I guess that's just a test. They want to try to move people towards attractions that I don't want to say eat people, but, like the Haunted Mansion, which can, put through so many guests.
We were told not enough people were choosing the Haunted Mansion, so right now everybody's getting the Haunted Mansion on all the options.
I thought maybe Small World was one of the ones.
They said Mansion.
Okay.
It was mainly about wanting more people to go to Mansion because they really want to test that. So, and when you get Mansion, you can change away from it.
I would choose it,
but everybody wants. They said they wanted people to choose Haunted Mansion. That's why they're giving you 4 at just the Magic Kingdom.
Why wouldn't they choose it? Because that's one of my favorite rides.
Well, most people probably think it's not really a long wait anyway, and they don't waste their Fastpass Plus choice on it. So anyway, we chose them, and what you just missed at the last second, we were able to get Peter Pan, which is always a favorite of ours. It's a tough one. We traded Splash Mountain for Peter Pan.
Yeah, that's that
was a good deal. Much drier. Much drier. So our first attraction was It's a Small World, and you could see it was a very long line.
And it got longer. Like it said, it was 100 minutes. I don't think this is a 100-minute
I doubt it was really 100 minutes, but it was still long.
That's pretty scary to see 100 on It's a Small World.
Well, that's scary right
summer.
There. And it was hot. That's a scary and very hot sight right there.
It was really hot.
But this was delightful because we had our MagicBands. We were able to just, our return time is right there, and go ahead and
right inside.
Do the band, and you're right on.
And I think it was about a 5-minute wait once we got inside.
Yeah, it was delightfully quick.
Yeah.
So, again, I think when it's rolled out and there's more people doing it, it won't be as easy. But in this case, we had a ride on Small World, and then we came over to the kiosks at the Fantasy Fair
And
area.
I like it better here right now because there wasn't a line like there was later.
Right. We'll get into that later. You're going ahead of ourselves
yes.
here. But this is at the Fantasy Fair, which is right next to Mickey's PhilharMagic, another location for the kiosks. So what we're doing is we're trying to change the time on the 3 remaining attractions to quicken them. We want to get through it faster.
We don't want to spend 4 hours in the Magic Kingdom. We want to spend 3 hours in the Magic Kingdom. So every time we rode one attraction, we'd move the other one.
We tried to move the other times up.
Only one time it didn't work.
We were successful in moving them all up right away. So as soon as we got off Small World, we were able to change the time for Big Thunder 2 minutes away. So pretty away.
And once more guests are on this, I don't expect it's going to be this easy. But for right now, I really like this part of it.
And when we did it, we also moved our mansion up. And at this time, the first time, we were able to move the Peter Pan up. But that was the last time we were able to change Peter Pan because that's so popular. Later on, we were not able to up the time on that particular
And with Thunder Mountain, it
attraction.
said we'd go in 2 minutes. So then we were able to head straight there.
Correct. So, it's very convenient, especially when everyone will have it on their phone. Because we're pass holders, we are only able to do the kiosk.
No, because we're premier pass holders. I think regular, standard annual pass holders can use the phone.
Oh, right. It's the premier because we have the Disneyland, Disney World passes.
Right. For some reason, it doesn't work.
But it's okay. It was still great. We just walked up that day and look at what we got. So now we're here at Big Thunder, and we'll see the process of going on to Big Thunder, which was pretty easy.
It was easy. And just like a regular Fastpass, except you have the band.
Right. And like a regular Fastpass, you show the band initially to get in, and then once you get to where they would collect the Fastpasses, you're going to have to, we're not really show it, but activate it again.
Well, it's the same thing. It's just like they're collecting that ticket
right, and
again.
there it goes, ding, and the little light comes on, and you go ahead. The ones at the Haunted Mansion I like because they make a spooky noise.
I know there's no noise here. I think there's a few of them that make noise, but not here.
Right,
not
right.
yet.
But we'll show it where you can hear the noise, but in this case we're talking, so the noise would sully.
Right, you have, okay.
Anyway, so here you go. You're going on, we are going on Big Thunder, and we had a great ride as always.
I did want to mention, I think they may be underestimating how many guests may not have a smartphone. There aren't that many kiosks in operation right now. I know there'll be more, but we waited about 10 minutes just behind, one family each, trying to wait to make a change.
Right, and they did tell me that there will be kiosks in every land. Right now, the only kiosks that are working are the one on Main Street at the City Hall. There's also one at the Fantasy Fair, which is the area near Mickey's PhilharMagic by the store, and Storybook Circus way in the back where you get fast passes for Dumbo and the Barnstormer.
But right now we're seeing the Haunted Mansion.
Yes, we're seeing the mansion. That's our next attraction. And we were able, even though we had to wait in that line you talked about, we were able to move that up about 10 minutes. So far, what do you think about the whole MagicBand Fastpass Plus thing?
I kind of miss when you could just go to a ride or go to dinner without having to make reservations ahead of time. But now that it's here, it's kind of nice to be able to know what your attractions are going to be, especially just that day. I don't want to do it a couple months ahead of time. I don't want to do it a week ahead of time. It's nice to just say, well, I want to ride this today.
Okay, here we go. It's the special Fastpass Plus entrance to the Haunted Mansion. I especially like these entrance ways because it makes an eerie noise, which is really cool. And go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say also, I like that we can move the reservations around. That's the thing that I like the best about this.
And I know you said that we actually, when we were in California, we kind of missed having this for things like Radiator Springs Racers.
We mostly rode the single rider out there. The one time we did ride together, we had to get there at like 9 a.m. for a 7:30 p.m. reservation, which I would rather just be at the hotel and say, oh, okay, now I want to ride this today.
Yeah, at the time we were saying, we wish we had the MagicBands.
Yeah, actually for that I did.
Okay, so now we're getting to the Fastpass Plus queue itself. You can see there's a rather long line here. Posted an hour, but we know it was certainly not an hour.
It's probably half hour or so.
But so this makes it nice and convenient. The old way used to be one big line leading into this, and then you would choose between the scenic route through the cemetery or the direct route through the attraction. And unfortunately now, if you're Fastpass Plus, you don't get to go through the cemetery.
Well, for some who, like us, who have been through the cemetery many times, it's not as big a deal. But I think if it's your first trip to Disney World or if you've not been to the cemetery, I think you should try that too.
Right. I would recommend coming back if it's not a long line and doing the cemetery, or if it's your one shot, then just kind of,
play it by ear.
Play it by ear. But anyway, here's your checkpoint. We're about going through the mansion, and boy,
it was a pretty good size line.
Yeah.
It was a busy day, as we've mentioned.
It definitely helped. And again, we just want to show where the other kiosk was. It's over here in Fantasyland in the Storybook Circus area where the Fast Passes are in this tent here.
And we've been asked a lot of questions, some that we don't know the answers to, like when will pass holders get the Fastpass Plus, the MagicBands, and we don't know that. Or when will resort guests have it? I mean, each resort is going to start being added, but I don't know what the dates are on any of them.
Right. And also, there are some common misconceptions, too, that we can put to rest. Number one, you do not need to wear the MagicBand in the shower or at all times.
We did get that question about the shower.
You don't need to wear it ever. You can just hold it in your hand. You can make it into a necklace. You could just use the card that comes with it. I mean, it's only a convenience of having the band on.
Well, I don't like having a watch or anything or the band. So eventually I'll probably just stick it into my camera bag.
Right.
Or use a card. So, it just depends what you decide you want to do.
Right. But it's interesting, again, it's totally up to you what you do with the band.
And the bands, I mean, it's not that much different than the Key to the World card, except that you have Fastpass Plus on it. just like the Key to the World card, it
You
opens
can
your
pay
resort
with it.
Right.
It's pretty much exactly like the other card, except for you can choose your attractions.
Right.
So here we are, Peter Pan. This is notoriously a long, long line, so we were very lucky to be able to get it. And again, one of the things I like is we didn't have to run around to all the locations to get the to book the fast passes, or what are they called? Fastpass Plus.
Fastpass Plus.
We were just able to do it all at the front of the park, so that was nice. And here we are returning to get in line for Peter Pan.
And we combine again with the other Fastpass because it is a Fastpass attraction.
Right. So, and here you are doing the, I don't know, what do you call it when you check in? Maybe it's the check-in. It's the check-in with the mouse head.
I have no idea.
We'll come up with some terminology.
So you can see we got some pretty good rides yesterday.
Yeah, great rides. I mean, we just went to the park. We had no plans. We just took what was given us, and that's what it was. So we were quite happy to get all these great rides.
And I say, go in with an open mind. Like there's some guests who are so excited about it, and some who are so against it. It'll probably be somewhere in between.
And I just want to show you, we just rode Peter Pan, and if you like Peter Pan, we will link in the show notes to the full ride through. I decided to record it since we were going on it. And this is what happens when you try to use it after you've already used your attractions. It'll say no more attractions for the day.
And I said, why are you doing that?
Right, yeah. I'm like, I said, we need to show. That's the whole point. It's all for show. So anyway, and again, for show, we also went to Epcot yesterday, and we went to the kiosks, and we wanted to see if we'd be able to book any attractions there. And we got this sign that basically says, denied. You will get nothing and like it.
Because we've already used them.
We've already used it. So,
but we've heard that you might be able to use like 2 in one park and 1 in the other. We haven't even tried that. We don't have time to try everything
we'll try
yet.
that. I mean,
when we have a chance.
We're trying to come up with as many different scenarios as possible. So can you think of any other last minute things we want to say about Fastpass Plus, or any myths
about
we
the
want to correct?
MagicBands?
We can make up
we don't
some
know
myths.
everything about them yet, but your resort, Disney will let you know if you're going to be getting them for your resort stay.
Right. It's not anything you can request. It's sort of a random thing, and you're just lucky if you're able to get it, or if you know our good friend Derek.
No, in the next few months, they'll be rolling this out, to everybody. And we have had actually a very good time with it since we don't usually ride rides.
Yes, we enjoyed it. So thanks again to Theme Park Connection, all new stuff in the warehouse this week.
And to Maple Leaf Tickets in Kissimmee, Florida.
Official ticket agency. We'll see everybody next week.
Have a great week.